When a new generation of graphics cards hits the scene, it's always impressive, but those initial top-tier cards are out of reach for gamers on a reasonable budget. The second round of mid-range cards is where the real excitement lies for most of us, and Nvidia has finally revealed its next contender, the GeForce RTX 3060, a $329 card that gives the latest consoles a run for their money at an affordable price. Now, like the GTX 970 and 1060 that came before it, we wouldn't be surprised to see this as the next runaway success for Nvidia, provided it can keep up with the impressive generational leaps that the other 3000 series cards have shown so far. As Nvidia noted in its launch event, this class of GPU tends to hit that perfect price to performance sweet spot that makes PC gaming a compelling alternative to affordable consoles. Now, Nvidia is claiming AAA titles like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Watch Dogs Legion, and Cyberpunk 2077 will all achieve over 60 frames per second with ray tracing and DLSS on. Now, that's just using high settings at 1080p, but most gamers are still running that resolution according to the Steam hardware survey. And I'm willing to bet that with some settings turned down, 1440p gamers are going to see some worthwhile performances here as well. We'll be taking a closer look at these cards once we get our hands on them, but if you've been waiting to upgrade your aging GTX 1060, this could very well be your next card. Comparing it to consoles is a little tougher, of course. All we can do is compare teraflops, which are far from a perfect measure of GPU power. But with Nvidia claiming 13 shader teraflops on the RTX 3060, we're looking at a card that is similar or better to what the PS5 and Xbox Series X are offering. 10.28 teraflops and 12 teraflops on their respective GPUs. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see better ray tracing performances on the 3060 too, especially with the addition of DLSS. Oh, and it has 12 gigabytes of G6 VRAM, which is going to help if you plan on running at higher resolutions. Now, with all that said, consoles always have a bit of an edge when it comes to optimization and price point, and this year's consoles have presented a pretty killer value proposition. Now, if you wanted to build a PC comparable to console performance, the RTX 3060 is likely in the ballpark of what you're looking for in a graphics card, but doing so at the same cost as the new consoles, even the more generous $500 price point of the top-end models is going to be difficult to near impossible. The $329 card only gives you about $180 for a motherboard, CPU, RAM, storage, power supply, and case. The CPU alone will burn a lot of that. Even a lower-end Ryzen 3 3100 is $100 at MSRP, and it's decidedly less powerful than the 8-core CPUs in the PS5 and the Series X. Scraping up the bottom of the barrel for your other components, you'd still go over your $500 budget with all parts in tow. But as has often been argued, that's not a fair comparison because most PC gamers already have a PC. Therefore, it's really more about comparing the price of a PC upgrade to the price of a full console. And if you have a halfway decent desktop, $329 to upgrade your graphics card is awfully compelling compared to a $400 or $500 console, even if you have to throw in some extra RAM or a new power supply. You'll get a similar to better performance, not to mention all the other advantages that come with PC gaming, like free online multiplayer, tons of giveaways and sales, mods galore. I love mods, I know you guys love mods, and an unparalleled level of customizability. Of course, all that assumes you can actually get your hands on one of these cards to begin with. The latest GPUs from Nvidia and AMD have proven even harder to purchase than the constantly disappearing PS5 and Xbox Series X, which means all of this is moot if Newegg runs out of stock faster than you can click the damn buy button, which has happened to me more times than not, and I'm sure it's happened to you guys as well. Now, thanks to pandemic-related supply shortages and demand surges on top of the already high demand of new cards when they come out, I'm guessing it'll be just as hard, if not harder, to grab an RTX 3060 when it launches in February. Remember, this section of the product stack is Nvidia's most popular. But if nothing else, this bodes extremely well for the near future of PCs, and gamers looking at that mid-range price point have something pretty exciting to look forward to once supply can keep up with demand. And in the meantime, keep an eye on IGN deals, and we'll try to let you know when the new cards hit the market. Again and again and again and again. Yeah. For more CES 2021 coverage, be sure to check out the NVIDIA GeForce RTX game on live stream. And for all other tech-related news, keep watching IGN.